Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, April the 12th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters coming to you from the lovely South Padre Island, Texas area and enjoying the end of the National Tropical Weather Conference that has gone on for the last couple of days. Back in central Alabama, the Skycam network showing a beautiful sunrise at Trussville. So just going to be a gorgeous spring day across central Alabama. Sunrise not quite as beautiful as the cameras pointed a little bit, I think, to the northeast and to the north at Fayette, but certainly a lovely, clear morning across central Alabama. High pressure is nosing across the southeastern U.S., and that's going to give us a beautiful weekend, along with the fact that we have a bit of a kind of a zonal flow across the upper atmosphere as we're watching a trough that's beginning to develop that will be in the southern Rockies. It will be bringing us some weather, especially on Monday and into Tuesday. Temperatures across the area range from the mid-40s across the northeast part of the state down into the mid-50s in central Alabama. Many locations this morning just nudging below the 50-degree mark. So a coolish morning, but nothing terribly cold. Radar clear this morning. Nice to see the radar completely clear. QPF-wise, we do have some issues with rainfall over the next 5 days as the rivers and streams are running pretty full across central Alabama as a result of that heavy rain we had just a few days ago. So we'll be watching the flood potential, but it does look like on the order of perhaps 1.5 to maybe 2 or 2.5 inches of rain are going to be possible across parts of central Alabama over the next 5 days, coming primarily on Monday and into early Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center's outlooking a slight risk area stretching from southern Lake Michigan down into central Kansas for day 1. That's today into early Sunday. Day 2, Sunday into early Monday, there's a moderate risk over eastern Oklahoma, surrounded by a large slight risk covering parts of east and northeast Texas, the northern two-thirds of Louisiana, all of Arkansas, a good portion of Missouri, and southeastern Kansas. Day 3 is the one we're really worried about, and this is primarily going to come, I think, in the afternoon and evening hours of Monday. That is a slight risk that it covers parts of southeast Louisiana, the southeastern two-thirds of Mississippi, and about 75% of Alabama. So main threat looks like will be damaging wind, but it looks also like all modes of severe weather will be possible. And if you've been following what's going on in the southern hemisphere, there's a look at Cyclone Ida, I-T-A, I believe. And this may not be the absolute latest satellite picture, but it came ashore in Queensland, I believe, yesterday. And, of course, doing a good deal of damage in the way of trees down and roofs that have been damaged. All right, let's get to the 06Z GFS model run. The high pressure stays with us today, bringing us a great day, and the high pressure will stay with us into Sunday, bringing us a second great spring-like day across central Alabama. I think temperatures Sunday will warm up into the lower 80s. In the upper atmosphere Sunday, we see kind of a complex pattern with a number of little short waves that are coming across Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. The main short wave hanging back and approaching the Four Corners area. So that means that I think probably Sunday evening into early Monday, we may see, as a result of these short waves, we may see a shot at some thunderstorms. But I think the biggest threat will come later in the day on Monday. By midday on Monday, the little short waves have moved up into the mid-Atlantic states, and we're watching the main trough move across Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas. And, of course, that's going to be the main focus for weather, I think, across our area, especially in the afternoon and into the evening hours. And that's when we're going to have the greatest threat for severe storms. The trough moves across the area on Tuesday, so I don't think we clear out on Monday. I think we will probably begin to see improving weather by Tuesday afternoon as the trough makes its way across central Alabama, so that by the afternoon hours, I think the rain should be over, and we should be seeing good improving weather, maybe even some clearing. The ridge builds up on Wednesday, so that should return good weather to the area. The ridge builds strongly across the East Coast on Thursday, but in the meantime, another trough is coming out of the Rockies, and that trough moves out into the Central Plains on Friday, produces a pretty good storm system with another front coming out of the central part of the United States. That low and trough has a little bit of a problem because the ridge over the East Coast is fairly strong, so it becomes a closed low very nicely over the Lake Superior area, over the Great Lakes, the western Great Lakes. So that drags front and down into the area, so it will be one of these slow clearing events on Saturday. I think probably the latter part of the day Saturday may be okay. Looking out into the Voodoo country, does look like that we see another nice ridge, so another period of great weather around the April 24th. And then when we get out to the end of the period, we see a very strong upper trough coming across the Central Plains and the Central U.S. and the Mississippi River Valley, and that would spell another round of potentially severe weather and rainy weather, wet weather, for much of the eastern half of the country. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this Saturday. Due to travel back to central Alabama from the National Tropical Weather Conference, I won't be able to post a video tomorrow morning, but we'll try to post some forecast notes as I can. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great Saturday and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.